winter is here and it is cold. It's also windy, so I'm sorry if you have trouble hearing me. I've put 4 AA's into the remote. You just saw me solder an adapter on, and now we're going to use the wiring to hold that in. On-off switch here. It's picked up the radio. You wouldn't get that last beep unless it had. Now I should caution you, I haven't read the manual on this thing. I really probably should have before I did a video, but I'm relying on, maybe arrogantly so, my experience with RC to get us through here. If I see anything that I'm wrong on, I will most certainly let you know. Now, the body is held on with hook and loop. It doesn't automatically guide itself to be straight, I've just learned that, unless you get it dead straight. So the back is on, the front I didn't put on straight either, so we'll get that right too. The sooner this has a magnet conversion, the better. Okay, so that's the body. That's a slow servo. How strong is it? Yeah, it's alright, we'll see if it fades. Fingers out of the way. Okay, I've never driven this before. This is its very first time it's had power. I'll leave it to the other videos to show you top speed, or at least later, because we have a comparison to do. Make sure the wheels are true. Now the other thing with a 3-point steering is that your steering changes a little with the panhard when you go down, and the body actually kind of goes sideways, it doesn't go straight down. So I've just adjusted the trim. We might just check, trust you can see this. Now dual rate, I was mentioning before, this will adjust how far. Now you don't want to go too far because it'll cook the servo if you're not careful. Yeah. The problem with pan-hard steering setups is that you can limit it on one side, but it'll go a little bit further on the other side. There's no simple solution for this, so you just need to drive with what's called mechanical sympathy. I'll put that in my pocket and we'll fix it later. So here is the Redcat Racing Gen8 V2, my very first time driving it, and we're going to do the same 6 challenges that we did on the shootout between the TRX-4 and the competition rig. So here we go. Problem number 1. Already this motor's too high. I prefer a slower motor for rock crawling. We'll take it on the trail tomorrow. Okay. It needs more weight, low down. The steering is slow but precise enough. It's geared too high, or the motor is wound, it's got too few windings for slow control. Again, this is for crawling. It's probably a great trail truck. It would benefit from a 2-speed transmission, that's for sure. There we go. Aha! We've made it. I'll have to count the points afterwards. I wasn't keeping track. There we go. Okay, first problem successful. Okay, so problem 2. Again, this is completely stock. The Gen8 Axe Edition has a much nicer servo. I'll come around here so I can see what's going on. Alright, so again, it's stock as a rock. Let's see how we go. Now I dropped off the speed a little bit then. We've got the drag brake set to 100. Oh, that's close, it'll do it. Now I'm asking more of the servo than it can give. It can't actually go as far as I'd like it to right now, so I've backed off. But I'd like it to steer more to the left. It's done it. but it's done it. We'll just move across in the same take to problem number 3. Now, I don't expect this rig's going to get up this. This is a notoriously difficult climb. It's really going to want wheel weights, or just more weight. Whew, nearly. The portals really helped then. If we were further left, we'd have a chance. Alright, that's one reverse. I'll keep that same reverse going so we get lined up. Second attempt, and we're going to come across more to the left and from a slightly tighter angle. So we're treating this like a comp now, and I'll use the camera later to count the reverses from the first attempt. It has to ascend right here if it's got a chance. There. Well, we've got a chance. It might do it. The portals give it the clearance here. Ha! Look at that! That was easier than the TRX-4. Nice! Okay, on to problem number 3. I'll pause and come back to you for that. Okay, this is problem number 4. And again, I've never driven this vehicle before. If you have the budget, get the Axe version. Apparently the servo's better. It certainly could benefit from a better motor combo. We're actually doing pretty well so far. I really like these tyres. We're going to need a reverse. Same reverse. A little bit more. A little bit more. That's all the one reverse. As long as the wheels don't change direction, you can pause. And we're going to... Oh no, too far. So we keep the same reverse. There we go. I need it to be up, left higher. Now we're going to use a little bit of forward throttle here to jump it across, because that's our best chance. No, too much. Too much. Might be able to recover. Nope, that's done. Although since we're here, I'll show you. If you're ever down, you steer up and reverse, or down and forward to flip a rig back on its wheels. Now I had to do a recovery then, so that takes 10 points. We only have a maximum of 40, and everything counts. All the reverses, everything adds up. So aiming down, and we're back on our wheels. So that didn't cost us anything, that was apart from time. I'm sorry for the wind noise, I'm sure there's plenty of it. Winter's definitely on the way here in Melbourne. Alright, I'm going to use the top left wheel to kind of pull us across that rock. There we go. We're going to stay high. But there's a notch here that's going to get us. I still think throttle's the answer here. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong though. Okay, I've got to reverse. I was just going to say we're losing time, but that failure didn't cost us anything apart from time. But I did have to reverse. Come on, little truck. Nope. Oh no. Hopefully you can see that. Oh dear. Another reverse. We're going to move you where the action is. We're failing a lot here. Alright. I haven't been keeping track of time, but I suspect this will be a DNF. Let's find out. Good so far. Hold that thought. We won't count that reverse because I was just repositioning the camera. Alright. I just let off the throttle a little bit. So the drag brake's actually not doing a very good job. I need to double check my settings. Oop, here we go, here we go. You see this in comps too, line choice is king. So even a stock vehicle in the hands of someone with skill, as opposed to a YouTube punter, can get some real results. Just a tiny smidge of reverse. Gosh, that's close. Ah, I think it's all over. Yep, I'd say it's going to be a DNF. Whoa, which is a shame. It nearly made that. Oh well. Oh, I don't know what the point. No, we'd be out of time actually. All right, on to the next problem. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th problem. Yeah, the problem with stock equipment is that it's really hard on the gear when you use it to its limits. I haven't tested it yet, but the servo and the motor will be getting quite hot from this. Well, it's not abuse, but we're taking it to its limit. Now, I put some preload on the rear springs during the first stage of the review. We've got a reverse, unfortunately. That will really help on this. Okay, so we've had one reverse so far. The portals are the only reason we cleared that first bit. Now I must stay left or we will fall off to the right. Oh, it might do it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I didn't expect it to do that, but it did. Just barely. It's not bad, is it? Okay, and here's the final problem. I have no idea if it'll do it, but gee, it's impressed me so far. I really am curious to see what the SCX-10 Gladiator will do. It's longer, and I also can't wait to see what the Sport will do. Yeah, so greater weight on the corners here would really assist. We haven't done anything wrong yet. Depending on how strict your comp is, that might have counted as a reverse, even though I'm actually not reversing. If your wheels change direction, that's a reverse. So really, that might have been a few already. Alright. But if it makes it, those reverses won't actually matter, because most trucks will struggle up here. Yuck. Reverse. We want to drag it across to the left, towards us. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nope. There's a chance. This is the chance. If we can do it. Ah, look at that. Now it's down to the geometry, which is the clearance and the balance. That front right wheel has to do a lot of work here, if I can get it to touch. Now the front left. Nope, we need another reverse. Very, very, very carefully. We don't want to lose being over the top. Maybe we can bounce it up. No! Well, that's the reverse. We'll keep using it. I can already tell you what my final thoughts are going to be on this rig. It's well made. The geometry is really good. It's crying out for weight on the corners. Oh, look at that, did it! No! No! We can recover this. There we go. But already that servo is fading. So we need weight on the corners. If I have, this is the last problem, but if I had 2 or 3 more of these, I'd actually cook the servo. You can tell when it's starting to go because it slows down. Again, the axe, the servo that comes with the axe system, I've never used it, but it's reportedly better. Waterproof and brushless. are two keywords to look for on a crawler or a trailing rig servo. Coreless is nice, but that's still a brush motor. You want a brushless motor. They cost more, but you'll never have to replace it unless you really abuse it. This will be the last attempt because of time. Another reverse. Come on, little sport, you can do it. And I'd say we're out. It actually got over too. No. Okay, that's DNF. While it's down though, let me just make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let's get a feel for the servo temp. Yeah, she's pretty warm. The motor, I've left my thermometer, infrared thermometer up there. Look, they're both warm, not hot. So it is possible this servo will do this all day actually. So there you have it. The Gen8 V2 sits in the middle between the TRX-4 Bronco and the C2 Performance Scale comp rig. Stay tuned for part 3 where we take this green machine to the trail and close out this review. Make sure you like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this shootout, and until next time, I'll catch you on the trails.